In this video, we have Jada Toys, M. Bison or Mike Bison or Vega, whichever you want to call him. The name confusion is funny because Barlog, is that how you say it? Barlog. He's supposed to be M. Bison, Mike Bison, but they didn't want copyright with Mike Tyson. So when the game came to America, they switched him to M. Bison. I do have a link in the description to Entertainment Earth. You get 10% off all in-stock orders, even the stuff on sale. You also get free shipping over $79. Jada Toys did something that a lot of us want our domestic companies to do, and that's include a wired cape. They gave a wired cape, and it's not just wired on the edge, it's wired on the bottom. So even Mezco can take notes. And Mezco loves to give us a cape and not wire the bottom. Jada Toys has us covered. And one thing I really like about this cape too is the way it comes off. It's not like super intrusive. It's not like in the way. It's actually really smart. Sculpt and paint on this figure is great. I like it a lot. Even though it's basic, it's just red plastic with silver and some gold. But they did a phenomenal job. There is one thing down here I wish they implemented. I'll talk about that in the articulation section though. Overall, M. Bison, Vega, whatever you want to call him, is a solid ass representation of the character. I know people want him to be taller. I think the size he is great. It is based on Street Fighter 2. I know Street Fighter 2, he wasn't the biggest. A lot of people are used to Storm Collectible scale, and their scale is crazy. But I think his size is perfect. I think the size of him is perfect. I like this figure so much. This figure is like a staple in the Jada Toys line. If you don't have this figure, say you only got Ken and Ryu, you need to get this figure. This one is the most different from the rest of the line. It's brand new sculpt. Everything is new. So if you don't have this one, get it. I'm telling you, it's so fire. Let's talk about accessories. Bison comes with 2 open hands. We're going to call these bear claws. He comes with these bear claws. They're just open hands. He also comes with this angry head. Now, I'll talk about that too. Another gripe I have with this is I wish he came with a smiling head. I don't know why he didn't. Maybe they're saving it for like an exclusive or something. I noticed that with Jada, with the exclusives, they have more stuff. So I'm seeing a pattern. Maybe we'll get a Bison in another color and he'll have a smiling head. That sucks, but you do get the stoic head and you get the angry head. Same paint apps, same hat, same everything. The texture on these figures is crazy. I love it. Let's talk about this cape though. This cape is so dope, the way it comes off, the way it swaps between. You would expect, like most companies, they would just put pegs in here or they would just have it be cape permanently. But with this, you just come to the back here and you pop and you pop and it comes off, right? But it doesn't just leave it like that. They actually give you shoulder pads. And I know I'm probably late to this. I know a lot of y'all already have these figures, but that's fine. This is my review. I'm reviewing it for the people who want to see this. You put it on the front first, and then you pop it in the back. Same thing for the left. You put it on the front, and you pop it in, and now you got capeless Bison. I think that is so dope. I don't know why. That's just like blowing my mind, but it is. Because I feel like another company would have done too much. They would have over-engineered it. And I think Jada just went about it a really cool, smart way. Oh, he also comes with this effect piece. It looks like he's using... Does he have the Dark Hollow? Is that how it's called? I don't even know. I don't know too much about Street Fighter. I played the games growing up, but I'm not into the lore and the story and all that. But he comes with that effect piece. So if you want him to punch the shit out of somebody, he can do that. As for articulation... Let's punch in and take a closer look at this head. The head will go any which way you need it to. You can get a little tilt, you can get up, you can get down, left and right. The shoulder, it will be a little hindered because of the shoulder pad, but you can still 360. It's kind of rough. But if you can get the clearance, well, it'll go about that far. I don't want to push it. I don't want to break my toy. But it'll go about that far up, that far back. You get about that far out for the T. Double jointed elbow, it will run into itself, so it's not that deep. On the wrist, you get the swivel, you get the up and down like that. Or is that the left and the right? I can't remember. But you get a hinge on the wrist. You do get a butterfly joint, which is pretty good. It's not too bad. I wish it had more going across. Well, he'll go across pretty good, but more wouldn't be bad. For the torso, you get the 2 joints, typical Jada fashion. You get the up. I just noticed this, the paint rubbed right there. I just saw that. That sucks. But you won't see that because it's always like that anyway. About that far back, that far forward. You can see it that far forward. That's on both joints. It's going to run into the belt a little bit. I do like how this is soft rubber too, so it gets out the way. The hips go up that far, back about that far, double jointed elbow, double jointed knee. He will almost kick his own ass. And one thing I was talking about earlier that I wish this figure had was an ankle swivel. I feel like more companies should implement ankle swivel in these figures. Clearly he couldn't have a calf cut because of the armor, but I think if they put a lower ankle swivel right here, that would be awesome, just to get that little bit more range in there. It wouldn't hurt, I don't think. Ankles go down that far, up that far. This is also soft rubber, so that'll get out of the way. And you do get an nice ankle pivot. I think Jada knocked this out the park. I don't think that they could do any better. I feel like it competes with Storm Collectibles. Say what you want, feel how you want, but that's just my hot take. I think, especially with the price difference, you can relatively find this figure for about, if you want to spend the money, for about $40, right? That's about almost double retail. A Storm Collectibles is going to run you about 160, 180, maybe, depending on the character. I think Bison runs a little more. It's crazy work. So if you can't or you don't, like me personally, I don't want to afford Storm Collectibles. I like him and all, but I don't like the scale. I don't like the big old skirt that he has, this one. I don't like the soft chest that they use. It's a lot of little things I don't like about Storm Collectibles that make me like these more. Let's do some size comparisons because Bison's a big guy. Here he is next to Fei Long. Fei Long is almost like half a head shorter. Here he is next to Ken. Same thing, about half a head shorter. Chun-Li, really short because Chun-Li's a shorter character. Here he is next to Iron Man. Some people would prefer Bison be as tall as a Marvel Legend. I'm not tripping like that. And then let's do the Boy Scout. There's size comparisons. So my final thoughts on this is I like these figures. I like this figure a lot. When I make these videos, y'all should already know where I'm going. Like, if it's a Jada Toys, 9 times out of 10, I love it. So I love this figure. I want to talk about this. I did paint these black. These are originally red. That's one thing I wish companies would do more too, is do these joints half and half. I understand why they don't, but I wish they would. I had to go in and paint that black just because I didn't like seeing that red in the middle of that black right there. I also painted it black in here. I was going to do silver, but I figured black was like the safest bet. I don't know if silver will rub more or less. I don't know. But I painted mine. I didn't sand it. I didn't prep it. I just took the brush, painted it, let it dry, and I moved it, and it doesn't rub. So you should be able to do the same. As long as you're not using them cheap-ass Walmart paints, you should be fine. Try to get some quality acrylics. I try to tell people all the time, if you're going to buy paints, try to buy quality paints. Anyway, final thoughts. This figure's great. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.